I'm nearly in Kaprun, Austria, where in 1996 I became the first British rider to win a UCI Downhill World Cup. Since that day, different people, friends, local people have been in touch and said to me that have I visited the street they named after me after that race. Apparently the story goes that the mayor at the time was so impressed with me, with this young, long-haired British rider who came down in the very worst of the elements, battled the very worst that Mother Nature could throw at him, and still managed to take that win. I haven't been back here for a long time, but nearly 3 decades later, I've come back to find Warner Street, to find Vannerstrasse. This is the day when I get eyes on the road that was named after me. And Julian, where is the, where Vanner Street? Vanner Street, danke. And Julian, where is Vannerstrasse? I look for Vanner, not German. Oh, danke schön. Oh, sorry, Vannerstrasse, it is somewhere, I don't know, I'll find it. Julian, you're not Vannerstrasse. Sorry, mate. No English. Dankeschön.
Hi, man.
You might be able to help me.
Of course.
Do you know where the street, Warner Street is?
Of course, man. It's like, you see back there, you go 100 meters. Then left.
Yeah.
Then after the big yellow, I don't know what it is, hotel, right?
Yeah.
And then up the mountain,
Yeah.
and to the right.
And that's it?
That's where the
And
street
people
is.
know it, Warnerstrasse?
Yes. Everybody knows it. Have fun.
Have
a good day.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, man.
Auf Wiedersehen. Cheers. See you in a bit. There it is. Vannerstrasse. Well, I suppose I better ride down my own street. Yeah, let's go and try and find the finish. I think it's up through this tunnel here, the actual finish where I won. I think it finished there somewhere behind this lot. I do, I think it's moved. I think probably the town's spread up the valley, right? I reckon it finished in one of the, yeah, maybe, I don't know. Up the town, it's been a while. It could have been there. We'll turn round. No way! No way. So that's it. That is it. That is bringing back some memories. That there, the last turn of the track, you came down through some trees there, along there, turned, and that was the last steep run into the finish line here of the Kaprun World Cup in '96. Right there is where I won. I remember coming over the line and everyone like congratulating me, trying to stop me because I'd gone fastest, and I'd never pedalled so hard. The day before, the team manager had gone a bit further up, and there was a climb on the course, and he saw me roll to a halt, right? Like literally, I literally came to a standstill before I begrudgingly pedalled on. And he wasn't very happy, had a bit of a chat to me and told me I was going to lose my job if I didn't try harder. So I really tried the next day. I'd never pedalled as hard, and I won the race. But I was so out of breath when I come through here, like I was like basically having a panic attack, and I went out of there and then I rode down the road to try and like just get my heart rate back down. Then I came back up and it was still raining and riders were still coming down, and yeah, and it went on and I won. And in 97 I came here with a number 2 plate. It was the last race of the year and I was second overall in the World Cup. And the night before the race I went to the Barn Bar, this famous bar where we always partied, and overdid it a bit, missed all the practice, came 47th in the race. I didn't feel very well, and went to 6th overall in the World Cup. And the team manager was so disgusted that the big truck pulled out and they left me and my bags. They wouldn't let me on it, and I had to walk into town, walk of shame. I quite enjoyed it, and I went and hung out with Palmer and had an amazing night actually. I never really regretted not getting a top 5 overall, couldn't care less. And then there was a little gap there, you'd come down through the trees, a big left-hander along this camber, and then you'd turn, and that was like a really violent like run into the finish. Yeah, it's mental. Just gonna have a look. I want to have a look at it. I want to get my feet on it. This is amazing, you know, for me. This is to be here to see this. It's actually mad. I ain't been here, but honestly, 28 years ago I won this here. So, oh, it's making me feel quite strange. I came down now on the ATX 990. Yeah, and the finish would have actually been like right here. And that was it, the last run in, the big Grundig arch here. And this was the pits, this is where all the big trucks were, yeah. Absolutely, yeah. Huh. Incredible. Amazing. Brings back a lot of memories, yeah. Oh, should we go to the Barn Bar? This is the famous Barn Bar where all the World Cup partying took place. Pretty sure they still remember me. Well, maybe not. Look, I'm froze. I'm wet to the bone, not for the first time in Kaprun. It always seems to rain on me here. Let's go somewhere else. All Vita Zane, Kaprun. The weather in Kaprun yesterday wasn't particularly kind to me. It's been alright in the past though, so I can't complain too much. Of course, that isn't Austria's only World Cup venue. There's a few, and the one I'm going to now, about an hour and a half down the road, is one that I also raced at. And with the giant glory in the back, you know, 2 decades on, I've got one of the latest, fastest downhill bikes in the world on board. I don't mind admitting that I'm more than a bit nervous to go back to this place. So I'm about an hour and a half down the road now from Kaprun, Schladming, somewhere else I raced World Cups back in the day. This place is famous for one of the best World Cup tracks in history on the planet, I hear it, like super steep. Used it probably in the early 2000s. I came back, commentated on it as well, so I kind of know this place well, but I haven't been here for at least 2 decades on, well, I've never been here on a modern downhill bike. It was modern back then, but it isn't anything like this giant glory. And this is like the first time actually I've ridden it a couple of days at home, but if you've got a bike like that, then you need to come somewhere proper with it. So yeah, nervously, let's go and see what we got. I think the bike is gonna have a lot more than me. probably nowhere better on earth for me to come after a long time get back on a downhill bike. The giant glory is here and I'm nervously terrified. I think it's probably the best way of putting it. Let's go.
That was absolutely unbelievable to come back to Austria 20 years really after I last raced here. One of the last times I raced here in Schladming was, I don't know, early 2000s. I had a massive crash. I don't think I ever went fast again, so I come back and ride it again today on this bike. I haven't ridden a downhill bike, a modern downhill bike, for a long time, and the speed of it, the grip, the traction, the brakes, the suspension, like the whole thing is actually insane. And I know that I will never push this bike to its limits, but I also know that whenever I get it out and point it at something steep, I'm going to have the best day of my life, because that has been absolutely insane. That was good. That was good. And that was the best nose wheelie I did, wasn't it?